Alright, welcome back to West of Loathing. Last time we finished up the main story, finished up as much as we could. We didn't finish everything, but that's fine. And today we're gonna do the DLC because I completely forgot about the DLC when I played through it. So, we're gonna play the DLC and get through that. I don't know if we'll get through it in this stream. I'm gonna try my best. So we can move forward on to the next game. So let's get through it. Let's see what we got to do. So we need to go back to Dirtwater because that's where it starts. It's like Gun Manor or something. I forget what it is. Out in the middle of the desert, you find an abandoned minecart. It's sitting on a section of minecart track about 12 feet long, which starts nowhere in particular and ends even less of somewhere in particular. Check it out. It's mostly full of plain old rocks, not even very interesting looking ones. However, if you left without searching it thoroughly, you'd just end up driving yourself crazy later with the thought that you might have missed something valuable. So you spend a good half an hour inspecting rocks and eventually find one that might be worth something. Unrefined meat nugget. And XP, Mindsplain bonus. Heat clears his throat. Yes, Pete. Whoop. Hold on there, partner. You missed one. He picks up a rock and you discard it and knocks it against the side of the minecart, breaking off a thin crust of rock and revealing a meaty center. Nice. Thanks, Pete. Alright, back at Dirtwater. We go to this cart. Ride the ghostly carriage back to Gun Manor. Heck yeah. So, I think there was a whole intro thing, and I kind of skipped that last time because I accidentally came to Gun Manor. But we're here now. Got lots of things to check out. Past year is just nothing. Where is this place? It's an informative plaque about the hedge maze. This bronze plaque reads, the Manor Hedge Maze was erected in 1888 for the entertainment of guests and the family's then 2 daughters. You are welcome to meander its paths, though we recommend caution during the winter. Below that is pasted a handwritten note. Actually, we recommend staying out altogether because some crazy wizard moved in and has been animating the shrubs. Danger. Let's go deal with this shrub wizard. Oh, which way do we go? Oh no. We're gonna close shoot. They still don't have stench resistant. The huge amount of food in various stages of decay. Maybe someone's trying to start a compost heap? That would be the charitable explanation anyway. The remains of a coal delivery man. His bones are charred as though he were burned in some kind of old man stove. Gun Manor carriage house key. What's in here? Seems to you like this machine is designed to suck up coal and set it through the wall, but then again, you're no expert in matters of coal or sucking. Coal monster! This thing is way above your pay grade levels of danger, so you shouldn't mess with it without an expert present. Okay, then we'll find an expert. Never mind then. Move back up. What's this way? Where this bush seems to be full of pinto and kidney beans. You didn't think those grew on bushes, and you especially didn't think they both grew on the same bush. Bush creatures. These things are more aggressive than most of the foliage you've encountered, except maybe that holly bush you fell into when you were 3. Fight it. Alright. Get beefy. Who has the most health? Oh, you both have 12 HP. Never mind then. For chow. Pete, set him on fire. Whiff. And dead. Cool. You leave, haha. Those, goddamn, those hedge monsters in a fragrant heap. Magically infused leaves. Hooray! I have saved you, whoever you are. Woo, thanks. You'd think a gal could sit and eat her lunch in a weird hedge maze without getting accosted by monsters? What is the world coming to? You said it. Is it safe to go? I should get back to work. What do you do here? I work in the visitor center. I run the token smashing machine. We sell these little brass tokens stamped with the museum logo. You can either use them in the wishing well or run them through a machine that rolls them out flat and stamps the museum logo onto them. That's my job. It stamps the museum's logo onto them again? Yeah, but they're longer after that. Huh. So do you think it's safe to leave yet? Yeah, you should be fine. The lady leaves. Get it? Leaves? Okay, Sure. Alright, so let's go left. This must be the hedge mage or hedge wizard. Hedges, heed my call. Retreat! You got this, Pete. I feel like I'm way over leveled for this, but that's fine. You've only succeeded in kicking the hedge wizard's ass down the road a ways. It was still pretty satisfying. It's a big topiary W. Maybe it stands for why would somebody make a topiary W? Well, at least he didn't run very far. Yep, biff, yeah. Stomp. I forgot I had the stomp. And then we do that, and everyone's dead. AoEs for the win. Retreat. Retreat. Okay, this is getting pretty annoying. Find him and end it. H. H is for hedge, probably. Okay, at this point he's got nowhere left to run to. Well, assuming that weird portal thing behind him is exit only. Advance on him. I think that'll stop me, sir. Stomp time. Use your weird spooky stuff, Pete. Yeah. Victory. Finally. A hedge wizard's journal, a hedge wizard's orb, magic infused leaf. Hooray! Let's read his journal. Somebody has scrawled private, do not read, HW on the spine of this journal. It's full of terrible poetry. Here's an example. Everlasting shrubbery, nobly leaf crowned. Whence comes all joy? Sweet thy fragrance, wondrous thy strength. Namaste, my lord. Ah. What does this do? This is the orb of mystical leaves from whence the hedge wizard derived all of his powers, unless it was one of those the magic was inside you all along scenarios. Mysticality and art. Cool. What does this do? Some kind of portal both made of and filled with enchanted shrubbery. Can't go inside. It's a hedge wizard's secret stash and a treasure chest of goblin manufacture. Loot it. Hedging your bets. This is the book the hedge wizard used to earn enough meat to become a wizard. The terminology is just a fun coincidence. Read it. You read the book and learn all about all of the things that financial responsibility and decorative horticulture have in common. Hedging your bets. 20% to meat gains. Nice. After reading the book, you resolve to make some budget cuts, but you mistake the book for your budget and cut it to pieces instead. Ah. Alright, well, we got rid of the wizard. That's cool. HW is, who he was, his, whatever, initials. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Hey, we'll just keep going the same way. Ah, I'm out here again, I guess. Okay. Go right numerous times. Huh. Okay. Well, let's go forward. Forward, and forward, and forward, forward. Fuck. Left, down, right, down, left, down. Okay. Oh, hi, Pete. What's this one? Hi. Would you look at that crazy thing? Jeez. Dive in. Ka-chow. You beat the hedge madness. Oh, well. I don't have a token. Oh, I found the well. What do we got over here? Lots of plants. What is this? Oh, meat bush. You didn't think they could grow in this climate. Harvest it. 200 meat. Frisco poppy. The Frisco poppy doing here? We're not even by Frisco. It's a wild tea bush. Take some leaves. Actually, on second thought, you don't have anything appropriate to put them in. What were you planning on doing with them anyway? Putting them in my pocket. What else? Oh, that's that. I don't know the sequence of the maze to get further in, so we'll just go this way. Let's talk to the weird lady in the front with the gun. It's a lady carrying some weird equipment. Excuse me, do you work here? Who? Me? No. Nuts. I can't find any employees in the gift shop either. I haven't even started this job yet, and already it's a pain in my neck. What's wrong? I can't get inside. Miss Gunn hired me to come out here and deal with a bunch of spooks that are haunting up the place. Can't do that if I can't even get into the front door, though. Who's Miss Gunn? You never heard of Terry Gunn? Should I have? Well, I would think so. She's a pretty famous inventor. You've got her best known invention hanging right there on your belt. You invented belt buckles? Wow. Guns. He invented guns. Oh. Spooks like ghosts? Exactly like that, yep. 13 of them according to my instruments. Florence Cunningham, Cunningham Ghost, Annihilation Surfaces, that's me. Interesting. What do you annihilate them with? Science. I was gonna guess that weird kind of rifle-like contraption you're carrying. Yeah, it shoots science. What's wrong with the front door? The front door? Well, it's, locked? No, not locked, no. What's the problem? Okay, see, I'm a ghost hunter. I ain't a spider hunter. I don't hunt spiders at all, and there's a huge, gross, hairy, fanged, drilling giant spider in the foyer. So until I either find another way in or find someone else to take care of the spider hunting side of this biz, I'm staying right the frig out here, okay? I can see you feel pretty strongly about this. I do. Well, maybe I can help you out. Hey, that'll be swell. You know, you look responsibly tough and or wily. Why don't we team up? I'll handle the ghosts and you can handle the things that ghosts aren't ghosts. Okay, let's go. Roger copy. It's Festus, actually. Hold on. Over here. Yeah. Okay. The visitor center. Hi. Parking validation. Oh, hey, thanks again for rescuing me from that hedge mage. Hello, either I never asked you what you do here or I've already forgotten. I run this token smashing machine. If you buy one of the commemorative tokens from that other machine over there, I can put it into this machine here to roll it out flat. Well, flatter. And snap it with our logo on one side and a fun picture on the other. Can I just do one? Sure. Oh, you need a token first. You can buy from them for the little machine over there next to the counter. Why don't you sell them yourself? She looks sheepish. They don't let me have access to the token supply anymore because I have too much fun smashing them. Okay, I'll be back. The crank is missing from this record player. The sign on this machine says genuine gunman or souvenir tokens. Make your wishes come true, just 50 meat. Negotiate a better deal. In a staggering display of business acumen, you convince the machine to give you a discount. You got an item, gunman or souvenir token. You. There's an old framed photograph of Mrs. Gunn on the wall with a little explanatory plaque underneath it. Take a closer look. The photograph is of a young Mrs. Gunn smiling as she accepts a fancy trophy from a man in a suit. A frowning man wearing a lab coat is standing behind her. The plaque reads, Terry Gunn and his assistant accepting the 1969 Why Didn't We Think of That award for excellence in inventing from the National Academy of Profitable Sciences. Info snacks. An info desk, but the only info you know about is right now is that there's nobody staffing it. Nobody here on any of this. Souvenirs. IRS. What's up, Sarah? It is West of Loathing. How's it going? Hey there, got any tokens? Sure do. Great, I love running this thing. It's so satisfying. What picture do you want? A cool pistol. Good choice. Someday it'll make a lot of people uncomfortable if you tell them you think pistols are cool, but not here in 1895. Haha. She takes her token, puts it in the machine, and happily turns the crank. It makes a loud, grinding noise, and your token drops out into a slot somewhat longer and thinner. GM3 Moxie 3 pistol down. Thanks. Want to smash another one? Maybe with a different design this time? No, thanks. Alright. Past year is just nothing. So is this the main entrance? That is the only entrance. No, there's this entrance. It's over here. Carriage house door is locked, but you've got the key. Unlock it then. Click. Go inside. Boy. Just get these. It's a pair of old hedge clippers. Thank you. Maybe there's something useful in this cabinet. Open it and see. A nearly empty herbicide can, handful of nails. There is. There is something useful. Ooh, they had their own custom stagecoach. That's nice. Hey, sir. There's a guy slouching around in here smoking a cigarette. Hiya. Hey, what's up? Do you work here? Are you a parking attendant or something? Yeah, I guess. I validate people's parking and that. Can you... I'm on break. Oh. Well, really everyone's on break, kinda. What do you mean? A whole bunch of ghosts showed up in ghost carriages all of a sudden. Everyone's either hiding or out or kidnapped. I got here in a ghost carriage. Oh man, did I die somewhere and not notice? Am I a ghost? The guy jabs your forehead with one finger. Ow. Nope. Prevents him to go back to work. Okay, well, you should probably go back to work now. Yeah? Why is that? Because Because I'm gonna rescue all the other employees, and if they come back and catch you slacking off, they'll be ticked. Ah, jeez. Okay, fine. Just let me finish the smoke before you go getting all heroic. Alright. Back to work for you. Pile of loose boards. Sure, why not? Hammer and nails. Hammer and nails. Hammer and nails. Ooh, Ferris boring tools. Yeah. Oh no, I used all of my nails. Alright, let's go inside. In the front door. You tried the handle of the front door. Doesn't seem locked, but some kind of force is holding it shut. Yeah, some ghost is playing tricks on you because they know you ain't packing science. Stand back, I got this. Florence unlimbers her weird rifle and fires a short burst of swirling light into the doorknob. You hear an eek sound from inside and the door swings open. Ha! Works every time. Enter. Hello! No, it's a tiny spider. What do you mean? It's a tiny spider. Look at Pete. Look at that, Pete. It's tiny. What a nice picture. Turn it off. Turn it on. Turn it off. Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it off. Turn it on. Hello. This doesn't seem that scary. Exterminate it. Got the jump on him. Kerpow. Dead. Victory. See, that wasn't so bad. Easy for you to say. She shudders again. Nothing to it. Anyway. Whoa, brr. I didn't mean to go forward, but it's okay. It's cold as a federal grant administrator's heart in here. I wonder what's causing that. You don't think it's, all that ice? No, you got it backwards. The ice couldn't be here if it wasn't cold to begin with. That's science. Maybe the house's heat got shut off somehow. We better see if there's a furnace or boiler or something. It'd probably be in the basement. Alright, let's have a look around. Hold on. I want to read this plaque. It's a plaque. Read it. The house of Mrs. Terry Gunn. Teresa Terry Gunn, 1847, built this stately, if architecturally unusual, manor house in the late 70s, completed in 1877. Using the proceeds from her famous invention, the gun, after her retirement in 1891, she graciously opened many of the rooms to the public as a museum and a historical center. Interesting. Intercom. It's a newfangled electric intercom system. Intercom is making an annoying humming and crackling sound. Press the talk button. Hello? Zzz, hello? Ah. A ghost just said hell at me. Spooky. I'm pretty sure that's not a ghost. Intercom's just busted. Try again. Hello? Who's it? Mrs. Gunn? No, it's this Gunn. Oh man, that would have been a pretty good joke if the intercom wasn't broken. Would it? Try again. Miss Gunn, did you know your intercom is broken? You'll break up my Are we just gonna do these old vaudeville gags all day? What do you mean old? It's 1895. Vaudeville is at its peak. Miss Gunn, we're here about the ghost extermination you requested. Well, one of us is and the other is just generally adventuresome. Can we have a word? I can't make out what you're saying. Come up to the 3rd floor. Alright, the 3rd floor it is then. What? 3rd floor. It's a picture of a carrot. 3rd floor. The radiator is as cold as the radiator is when the boiler isn't working. Parlor cellar. What are those round fruits? This painting is only kind of good. Right, sit. Rich folks sure have some strange taste in art. Sofa with some nice throw pillows. Cool. The tea cart laden with tea. Things. Take them. Tea surface. Tea bottle and some cups on a pewter tray. Just add a bunch of imaginary friends and you've got a tea party. God, I can't read. Off. Nothing in there. The door's barred. Disbarred. You remove the bar from the door and hurl it out a nearby window. Go through it. It's a bunch of old dusty cleaning supplies. Box of old photos. Look through them. They're all photos of boring looking people you don't recognize. A Plotco lock, eh? Lucky for us, I have a key for every model they make. Florence fumbles a giant key ring out of her pocket and finds the one that unlocks the door for you. Head on in. Oh hey, a lab, check it out. Florence starts excitedly poking around the workbenches and shelves. They must have been doing some really good science down here. I don't even recognize half the stuff. Okay, well, don't accidentally blow us up or anything. Shh, relax. I have an advanced degree in tinkering and fiddling. I hope so. You assume that these 3 boxes all contain the same thing, but you don't know what it is. That's a good question. The workbench is littered with scrap metal and little canisters labeled bismuth do not eat. It's a chart with all 76 elements on it, including thorium, zinc, and antimony. They even left room for the ones that haven't been discovered yet, like quibium, platherine, and starmium. the workbench with a device on it. Examine it. This device clearly has a purpose, but you can't fathom what it is. Maybe that blueprint on the wall there could help you? It's some kind of complicated blueprint. Try to figure it out. Mysticality. Aha! It's a device for reducing the loudness of gunfire. A silencer, if you will. Cool. The bench covered with gunsmithing tools and supplies. Mess with them. You don't really know much about gunsmithing, so you just kind of randomly cram pieces together until you have something gun shape. Got an item, the worst gun. Who's got 2 thumbs and is lucky they haven't been shot off yet because of this inexpertly constructed gun? You! 1 damage. It's a cabinet full of first aid supplies. Aid yourself. Oh. It's a box of science stuff. Grab it. Got a box of science doohickeys. Examine it. You look over the tools at the bench, you could definitely make a silencer here. The first thing you'll need is a 1.2337 inch diameter cylinder. Maybe a tin can would work. You'll also need some stuffing to pad out the inside of the can. That's gotta be tricky to find. Yeah, okay, maybe later then. Let's leave this then. What do we got? What horrors lurk inside this thing? Tear it open and find out. Yeah! Double silk pantaloons. We got 3 Moxie cold resistance. This was a nice pair of silk pants before I got another layer of silk added to it by spiders, and now it's a very nice pair of silk pants. Hey, what's up, DeCrokian? What did she have? Some type of ray gun? Yeah. She's got an alien, or well, her sciencey gun, ghost hunting gun. Paint. It's a big can of paint with a brush sitting on top of it. Paint something on the wall. Ah! All right. These spiders aren't going to let you pass without a fight. Leap in. All right. And stomp. Get out of here. Victory. In spite of how many eyes they have, those spiders never saw you coming. Delicious. And nutritious. Good work, team. Good job, Pete. Oh, hey. The good news is that there's only 1 spider. The bad news is that it is huge, and it's high despite its size. How much health you got? 10. Kerpow. The sound you make is bad. I don't like that. You turn the giant spider into a giant mess. Now it's time to collect the useful parts of the mess. Spider omelet. Bless this mess. What you got? This pie safe is really working overtime. What with all the spiders? Spider pie. Spooky resistance. More spiders. What do we got in here? Oh, this leads back to here. Cool. More spiders. Okay, this is just ridiculous. Dive in. They're quick. Oh no. Pete! Oh, you're good. Okay, we're good. Pete's fine. Pete's okay. Ow. My AP. Ow. My stats. Ow. I'm poisoned for 20 rounds. Ow. Fuck these spiders. You can't stop me from killing you all. Yeah. Go, Pete. Do your spooky thing. Got him. Victory. You made short work of those long-legged nasties. In a medium amount of time, too. What's in here? Oh, geez, somebody's trapped in this cocoon. Cut him loose. It's a mannequin. Boy, the spider must have been super disappointed. Why was it moving? Lots of spiders here. No! Yes. The jump on him. Fuck him up. Stop. Get him, Pete. Spooky time. Nice. Takes more than 3 huge spiders to stop you from killing everything you meet. 4, maybe. The hole. What's in the hole? This hole contains approximately an infinite number of spiders. Pull some out and fight them. Let's go! Ouch. Ouch. That doesn't matter when I have muscle. Stop. Set him ablaze, Pete. Set him ablaze. Alright, we don't have to kill these guys. We specifically minded those spiders' businesses for them. What's in here? Someone's been cocooned by the spiders. Horrifying. Hey, are you okay in there? What? What? I can't understand you. Hang on, I'll poke you a mouth hole. There. You were saying? Hi, hello, salutations. Hey, are you okay? I've certainly been better. What happened? I was practicing my greetings. I'm the museum greeter. Is that something that requires a lot of practice? Practice makes perfect, right? And there's an old mannequin down here that's pretty good for practicing on. We've met. Anyway, a bunch of giant spiders grabbed me from behind. It was quite a surprise. I would imagine so. I should probably get back to work. It wouldn't be right to allow visitors to go ungreeted. Can you let me out of this cocoon? Sure. You cut open the sticky cocoon, freeing the trapped museum greeter. Woo, thanks. You can get out through the coal chute down the hall. Great. Stop by the entrance later and I'll give you the official museum greeting. Job well done. What's behind door number 1? Hey. What do we got? There's a little spigot here, but since the boiler isn't on, it won't do much of it. The boiler is cold and the indicator for the coal tank is pointing. Well, we know where that is now. That creepy mannequin report. Practice greeting. What's up? Try again. What's up? How's it going? What's cracking? Hi. Hi. What's up? Howdy. Salutations. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. What's up? Okay. Okay. Good day, sir. Did I go through this door? I did. Sciencey stuff. Okay. Up we go. That was that. What do I need to do? Ah, rich folks here. Let's turn off all the lights. Because why not? Is there another room? Just these two? Sciencey stuff. How we doing, Florence? Oh, hey, she raises an eyebrow at you and glances at one of her weird instruments. According to my weird instruments, there are 13 ghosts left on the premises. More precisely, there are 4 left on the first floor and 4 left on the second floor and 5 on the third. Found something for you. Science junk. Well, I found some scientific-looking stuff you might be interested in. Oh, I love sciencey junk. Thanks. Don't mention it. Wow, a grulonium-coated diode. Neat. Florence attaches one of the science doohickeys you gave her to her weird backpack. Florence's gun damage has been increased. New skill, Enlightenment Field. Ew. Doesn't really help me much. Let's see, what can we do? I'm gonna turn off all the lights. Will it do anything? Probably not. Hey. Alright. What do we got? Well, we got... what is this? Oh, yeah. Ghost booze. Powerful stuff. Let's go talk to the greeter guy. I don't know if he has anything for us, but... Where's the greeter guy? Where am I going? Oh, yes, down this way. Welcome to the Gun Manor! Okay. What about you? Parking validation. Hello again. Oh, it's you. Hey, did they let you smoke in here? Let's just say they haven't successfully stopped me. Why sneak off to the carriage house to smoke if you can do it in here while you're working? Well, I'll give you a hint. I don't like working. Can you validate my parking? Didn't you say you got here in a ghost carriage? That's right. Those don't actually take up space, so it doesn't count as parked. Oh. Never mind then. Okay. Alright, well, what do I do? Go back in the maze. I don't know if there's anything in there for me. I got some hedge cutters. I got some cut some hedges with this. What do I got? W. Is there anything I can do with this? Let me in. Alright. Well. I'm sure there's a certain sequence to this. What it is, I don't know. Huh. IP. Wow, this is some hedge maze. What's this for? Well, it's like a game, you know. You get lost in it and try to find your way out. Being lost in identical looking passages is fun. Heck, wish they'd told us that down the mine. Well. Is there anything in here? Oh, yes. Oh, hey, you're an expert, aren't you? What's the haps, Florence? The reason I brought it, your glances. You holler for Florence when she comes over to you. Whoa, Nelly, hold on a second. That's a ghost. Those things are dangerous. I wasn't expecting to see any of these here. What? You're a ghost hunter and you're here specifically to hunt ghosts. No. That's just ghosts. This is a ghost. A greater haunt originating from spectral transmissions. Totally different from a ghost. Except for the name, you mean. Except for... Anyway, those things can be pretty tough. Heck, I knew I should have brought a bismuth bomb. A what bomb? Bismuth. It's a sort of silvery metal that screws with spectral energy the way iron does with magnetic energy. So where do we get a bismuth bomb? Bismuth. Normally I just make them myself in my lab. Well, so much for that idea then. Well, that workbench we found earlier might have the stuff that I need. Just fight the thing. Shoot, whatever this is. The word back to increase your party's mysticality. Let's shoot her target. Get him! Insubstantial. I'll show you insubstantial. Give him the 1-2. Heat. Burn him. Don't worry, he's stunned. Put him down. Victory. Dust to dust. Hooray. See, we didn't need your magical doohickeys. Push it. Big old cart of coal. Goes onto the weird machine now, so everything should be ready to go with whatever the weird machine does. Cool. Boiler is off, but the coal tank is full. All you need to do now is press the ignition button. Press it then. The boiler chatters to life as the tank full of coal begins to churn. A little spigot here. Turn it on. You pour a little bit of boiling water onto the dirt floor, making hot mud. Yo. Well, we got that running. Let's head back upstairs and go through the house, the rest of the house, because it's all melted now. Aha! Turn down the boiler solved our ice problem. My scientific hypothesis has been proven correct, but we don't have direct evidence connecting the ice to the... Don't you try and pull a post hoc ergo propter hoc on me. I'll shoot you with my science rifle. In that case, I totally agree with you. Let's hunt us some ghosts. Heck yeah! Ghost hunting. Ghost hunting. This is the main door. It is. Ghost hunting. Maybe not. Painting of an elephant would love this. Decorative dried plants. So we got the dining room, got the kitchen, and the elevator. Those are all the new rooms. Yes. All right. So let's go to the farthest room first. Check out the dining room. What do we got in here? Lots of plates. A big rack of expensive-looking plates. Look more closely. Oh. Ah. All right. One of the museum staff is frantically serving plates of invisible ghost food to the ghost, who is shoveling it in by the fistful. He seems too busy to talk to you. Okay. Hi, Ghosty. This ghost is cramming his face with invisible food. Maybe he's the ghost of an emperor? Correct his manners. Hey, buddy. Hey. Huh? Come on, man. At least use a napkin or stick your pinkies out or something. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just so hungry. What's going on here? His waiter doesn't know how to make ghost food. So he's just giving me imaginary food and hoping I won't know the difference. I feel kind of bad about dragging him into this mess, so I've been pretending to eat it to humor him. I'm starving. Huh, you need some actual ghost food? Maybe I can help you out. Oh god, yes, please. Specifically what I want is a bowl of chili. A bowl of chili without a gun in it. Okay, what? That's what I'm craving. I guess it's probably because of how I died. How did you die? Well, I was eating some chili and it had a gun in it. You choked? What? No, it went off and shot me to death. Look, all I know is I need to eat a bowl of gunless chili in order to satisfy my hunger and pass on to the afterlife. Okay, well, I'll see what I can do. Chili. Dessert cart. Rate it. Small blowtorch. It's not entirely deserted. It's only deserted of desserts, just desserts. The little blowtorch used for making such fancy desserts as creme brulee, torched Alaska, burnt cake, and ruined tiramisu. I'll go find you some food. Chili without a gun in it. Kitchen. There's a ghost here mumbling and muttering and yammering something about eggs. Interpret his disjointed ravings. Hang on a second, you tried to poach an egg by shooting it? Or dadgun, yes, that's what I did. Heck, of course I did. That's how you poach an egg. Pappy didn't raise no fool. But dadgum first... What the hell is this? First slug in your egg rolled out the way the bullet ricocheted off the bottom of the cook pot and got me right between the peepers for dadgum. God damn, what the fuck? That's not how you poach an egg. What are you talking about out of your head like that? Of course it is. No, it isn't. Dadgun boy, me and my pappy and his pappy been poachers all our lives. Now I know more about poaching than you ever will. Okay, but that's not the same kind of poaching. What's all this goddamn sass much talking, boy? Poaching's poaching. I'm going to prove you so wrong as soon as I figure out how. Let me through. Here, right? Here's... Oh, God. Hey, there's a little tin on here labeled chili spices. That might be useful. Take it. I'll just go through here. Wait, no, wait. Ice room. Somebody left the ice room door open. That explains the ice. Close it. Doors. Cold resistance. Hey, hi. Excuse me. You seem to be trapped in a block of ice. That was just what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. Can you get me out of here somehow? Besides the whole frostbite thing, I'm supposed to be running the elevator. There aren't any proper stairs in this crazy place, so that's kind of important. Let me think. Maybe this would help? Desert blowtorch. Whoa, what blowtorch? Jeez, be careful with that. You turn the knob and spark the flame, which turns out to be about as big as that of a cigarette lighter. Oh, okay, fine then. Be careful. Over the next 45 minutes, you use up the entire tank of butane, but manage to melt the ice enough that the lady can break free of the ice. Thanks, I've got to get back to my elevator, but come see me and I'll let you ride for free. There's a charge to ride the elevator? No, like I just said. A job well done. It's a Magimech Tech brand deep freeze unit. Another shelf of frozen stuff. Ice blocks. Frozen stuff. Alright. Hey, thanks again for the help back there in the freezer. This is the elevator. Unfortunately, all we can do at this point is go to the second floor. Why just the second floor? The button for the third floor is missing. I'll bet anything the old housekeeper took it and hid it in some hilarious place. She loved wordplay. That's why they fired her. Then all the stealing important things and hiding them. Second floor, please. What do we got here? The bottom of this frame looks thicker than the other edges. Cool. At the restroom. Random some folks at a cafe. Guest rooms. What are the guest rooms? Jeez. The door is barred and therefore so are you from entering. Unbar it. The ghostly clerk hovers quickly over to you. No, dear. I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. Why not? What's in there? Customer. He hasn't paid his bill, so I was forced to lock him in there until he does. I know that seems mean, but one has to take a firm hand with these things. How much does he owe you? 300 meat. How is he supposed to get the meat to pay you if you won't let him out? That's a fair question, dear, but that's on him, I'm afraid. Would you take 150? Well, I suppose it's better than nothing I've gotten out of him, and he seems perfectly content to just stay locked in there. So, alright. Go into the room. Hey, what's up, failure? It's a bookshelf mostly full of self-help books left here by previous guests. Investigate it. Other people. The universe. Another book. Oh, I just found a book. I find. Advanced cow punching. There's a complex pronunciation guide written by a linguist who was raised by cows. Menacing moo. Menacing moo. You sit on a rock and moo repeatedly until you've mastered the techniques in the book. Finally, you unleash an earth-shattering moo that destroys the rock you're sitting on and the book. Oops. It's a guest bed, which is like a normal bed with a worse mattress. Hey, somebody left their wallet in the nightstand. 15 meat. Thank you. There's no toilet, but at least there's no sink either. Look in the mirror. You notice something stuck in your teeth. You pick it out. One of the museum employees is sitting here reading a magazine, as you can see. Congratulate him on his newfound freedom. Congratulations, I freed you. You're free. Huh? Free from what? Well, from being locked in this room with nothing to do except read that magazine. Ah, so you freed me from having an excellent excuse for not doing my crappy job. Well, you freed me from the burden of relaxing in here instead of emptying trash cans and cleaning toilets. Great. Look, you're a real hero. I could just lock the door again? No, it's too late now. I'm free. Free as the wind blows. Free as my job blows. Thank you. You're welcome. And leaves taking the chair with him. Ah. Room 2. This door is locked. Pick the lock. You wait for the clerk to look the other way and quietly pick the lock. Enter the room. There's a nice landscape painting on the wall. Examine it. This painting of the countryside is nice, but there's nothing very interesting about it. It looks like the sort of thing you'd find hanging over the bed in a mid-priced hotel room, or a bed and breakfast, come to think of it. I guess it's a little weird that it's hanging over a stepladder instead of the bed. Maybe the last occupant was a really short art aficionado. Take a closer look. Happy little trees. Oh hey, according to the signature, this is an original Darius Klieg. You've never heard of him. You know, now that you're looking closely at it, it seems like the painting is sticking out from the wall more than you would expect. Take it off the wall. Well, what do you know? There's another painting underneath it, a painting of a safe. This house must really be old if it's got jokes of this vintage. Examine it. It's a fairly realistic painting of a wall safe. It's captioned, "Ce n'est pas un coffre fort." I don't know what that word is, but not possible to something. Take it off the wall. Take the wall safe painting off the wall. Behind it is, of course, a wall safe. Of course. The safe mounted in the wall. Examine. You expect the large wall safe, which is securely locked. Crack the safe. The safe swings open. It's empty, apart from a rolled up poster of Rita Hayworth. Well. What the fuck? You start to open the door, but the ghostly clerk swoops in and blocks your way. Oh, hey now. Sorry, dear, but I can't let you go wandering in there. Why not? What's in there? A tenant. They've paid for the room and they seemed rather a quiet, private sort, so I won't have you disturb them. Nah, fine. Hello, dear. Welcome to my little B&B. Would you care for a room? No, thanks. I won't be staying that long, hopefully. Wait a minute. Yes? What's B&B stand for? Boo and breakfast. Okay, yeah, that's what I expected. Why do you say your B&B? This isn't your house. Oh, I know, dear, but nobody was using these guest rooms, and there were ghosts hovering around with nowhere to be, and I got to feeling homesick for the little B&B I used to run when I was alive. So thought Mrs. Gunn probably wouldn't mind. I see, fair enough. What happened to your eye? Oh, it was such a foolish accident. I had a guest I was suspicious of, a nervous, twitchy little man. I thought he might be mixed up in something bad, and one evening as I was passing by his room, I gave in to temptation, peeped in on him through the keyhole. Did you see anything? Well, only for a moment. He was cleaning a small pistol, and I suppose I must have made a noise because he suddenly jumped and the gun went off. And it hit you? That's right, straight through the keyhole. That's how I died, in fact. Jeez, I'm sorry. Thank you, dear, but it's alright. Serves me right for spying on a guest, is how I look at it. Is that what's keeping you here? Guilt? No, I think I paid quite sufficiently for that transgression. Then what? What then? Well, I don't want to go to heaven missing an eye. It wouldn't be as nice without depth perception, so you need a new eye? Yes, do you think you can help me? I'll keep an eye, I'll see what I, buy. Let's find an eye. Restrooms. It's a medicine cabinet, which is a cabinet for storing medicine. Interesting. What's inside? Why, ointment. That's what's inside. Old-timey ointment. Oh, flush the toilet. I guess rich people use the bathroom one toilet at a time, just like the rest of us. Flush. Take that, irresponsible wealth. It's a fancy vanity and it reminds you of your own fancy vanity. Indulge it. You pry the biggest and most visible chunks of wax out of your ears. Okay. What is this? It's like a normal bathtub, but the faucet is up really high and there's a curtain around it. Take the curtain. It's curtains for you. Shower curtain. This is actually just a white sheet. The shower was invented so recently that they haven't really figured out what these things should be yet. Cool. Window. Misty stripe of brightness on a dark background. This looks confusing. You don't know what these cans mean, but you know they mean it 12 times. Abstract buddies. Library. A book is a terrible thing to not read. What does it switch to? Flip it and see. Ah! Alright. Fancy new electric floor lamp. Turn it off. It's a big dictionary on a pedestal. Could come in handy if someone tells you to look something up in your funk and wognalls. Look something up. Cat. You look up cat in the dictionary. Cat. To season a pretzel inside a pulley. I think this dictionary is busted. Look something else up. Dog. Look up dog. To mince a machine without a balloon. Strange. This ghostly librarian is glaring at you as if daring you to make a noise. Talk to her. Excuse me, but shh. Oh, sorry, I was just shh. Okay, geez, is this good? I suppose it will do. Now, what was your question? Can you help me with some library stuff? Can you shh? Can you help me with some library stuff? Could you perhaps be more specific? I'm looking for some of that delicious paste. This paste is for book repairs, not for eating. Please? No. Shucks. Row upon row of identical looking books with only numbers on their spines. Investigate. You have no idea where to even start. Investigate. Investigate. Oh, hi. There's a guy lying here, trapped underneath a large book. You okay under there? Shh. No talking back there. Sorry. Jeez. Can I lift the book? The guy's still trapped under his book. It turns out to be a book about geology. It's bound in stone, and it appears that each chapter is devoted to a different type of stone, and is printed on slabs of the stone in question. This isn't going to be easy to move. Move the book. You managed to heave the book off the guy. Ooh, thanks. I thought I'd never get out from under there. At least now I know all about the particular type of granite described on that one page. How'd you get trapped like that in the first place? Well, I work at the info desk in the visitor center, so on my breaks I like to research different kinds of info, just in case anyone asks. I guess you never know when someone might ask you about rocks. Exactly. Oh man, I'm late getting back. Thanks again. Feel free to stop by my counter if you have any questions. You're playing. Off. Investigate. Alright. Excuse me. I'm looking for the precise definition of a book. There's a dictionary over there. Regrettably, it's a few years out of date, so it doesn't have technocracy, secular humanism, or brunch yet, but it should be sufficient for your purposes. Great, thanks. What's the other one? I'm looking for a book on a specific topic. I'm afraid our card catalog is out being reorganized. Someone sorted all the cards by call number instead of by title or author, which made it quite useless. You'll have to search the stacks manually. How do I get started? If you find a book on a similar topic to what you're looking for, its call number will direct you to other books on that topic. Okay. Yeah. Not necessarily looking for any specific books right now. Gallery. This painting is covered by a sheet. Remove it. Oh. Remove it. Oh. Ah! Bunch of T's and a bunch of different typefaces. This one is more avant-garde, I guess. That's mom, dad, beer. These are the 3 kinds of tattoos that have been invented so far. It's a list of statistics about the gallery. Keys 8, hats 9, tats 3, stats 7, states 45, statues 3, statues 69,105. Fascinating. States. It's a list of all 45 states, including Nebraska, Illinois, and West Virginia. You wonder what will get annexed next. Maybe it'll be the new Kentucky territory. Wait a minute, the stats plaque said there were only 3 statues in here. Investigate. You peer closely at the statues until you find the one that you're pretty sure is just a guy covered in flour. Hey buddy, what are you doing? Look, I am 95% certain you're a real person, not a statue. What are you up to? I'm a statue, go away. Okay, now I'm 99% sure. Go away. What's your name? Paul, go away. Hi Paul, I'm Festus. What are you doing? I'm pretending to be a statue so the ghost won't get me. Go away, you'll blow my cover. Okay, I'll see what I can do. List of boring laws from before the cows came home and everything got fun again. More laws, each one more complex and boring than the last. Yeah, it's a smorgasbord of legalese and you're not hungry. Objection! Huh? What are you objecting to? Your face! Overruled! What's your problem anyway? Bah! It's legal stuff you'd never understand. Oh yeah? Try me. Fine, what's the maximum legal caliber for a civilian handgun? 800! 800! Try again when you actually know anything about gun law, or anything. Nuts, was I close? Damn it. To the library, where I will learn about gun law. Can I not learn about gun law here? Shit. Do you have anything about gun law? Oh, that's not helpful. Oh, you know who might know about gun law? The information man. You might know about gun law. I have it in my inventory. Oh, the shower curtain. That's not where I want to go. Info. Oh, hi. Thanks again for freeing me from that book. You still kind of have marks where the engravings pressed into your face. When they fade with time, but if not, I can always quiz myself while shaving. So what do you do here? I provide information. Want some? Sure. Great. That's what I'm here for. What would you like to know? What can you tell me about? Rocks? Great. I know a ton of stuff about rocks now, specifically igneous rocks and granite in particular. Did you know granite was an integral part of the architecture of many ancient societies, which is why the ruins of these buildings still exist today, unlike those of the ancient peoples who built all their structures out of cheese and wheat paste. Wheat paste? Weird. Tell me another one. Sure, how about this one? Some of the most interesting rocks in the world can be found near the four magnetic poles. Cool, tell me another one. Sure, how about this? The upper section of the Earth's crust is made of 94% igneous rock and 1% marzipan. Neat, tell me another one. Sure, how about this? There are over 700 different types of igneous rocks, and only 3 of them are edible. Did not know that. Bye. Sure, how about... Oh, wait, I already said... I hit 1 instead of 2. Sure, how about this? Igneous rocks are formed when magma cools and solidifies, which can happen either above or below the Earth's surface, or even in your own home. Did not know that. Bye. Alright, let's learn about Miss Gunn. 4. Miss Gunn, Mrs. Gunn. Her full name is Teresa Olivia Gunn, but informally she goes by Terry. She was born in 1847 to Reginald and Priscilla Gunn. Her mother was a mathematician and founding member of the Western Society of Mathematics in 1870. And her father was a catapult operator in the unpleasant disagreement of 1862. She invented the gun in 1969 at the age of 22. There's a photograph of her on the wall there, accepting a prestigious inventing award. She married her husband Dan 20 years ago in 1875, and they had 3 daughters. Interesting. Other than that, there's not a lot we know about her. She's a very private person, especially after she gave the house to the Historical Foundation and locked herself in a room 4 years ago. Anything else you'd like to know about? Yeah, great. That's what I'm here for. What would you like to know? What can you tell me about Mrs. Gunn's family? Well, let's see. She married Dan Stapler Remover in 1875. He was the inventor of the stapler remover. Did you know that? They'd met at an inventors convention 3 years previously. Dan decided to take her last name because he had wanted to call his invention Office Chompers, and he was always a little annoyed that people called it after him instead. They had the 3 daughters named Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose. That's nice. Unfortunately, Dan vanished mysteriously in 1889, shortly after Rose was born. Nobody knows what happened to him, although it's generally assumed he was killed by bandits while he was on the road for gun industry's business. And then all 3 of the girls went missing the year after. They went to summer camp and were just never heard from again. No ransom note or anything. Mrs. Gunn was never the same after that, naturally. She started blaming it on ghosts, though as far as I know, there's been no ghost activity here until just the other day. Anything else you'd like to know about? Yeah. Gunn Manor. Isn't it amazing? Mrs. Gunn had it built in the mid to late 70s when she and her husband decided to start a family. It was finished in 1877 and has 8 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, plus a whole host of modern conveniences like electric lights, a coal-fired boiler, and a bowling alley. My personal favorite room is the library, but I guess you knew that one already. Mrs. Gunn donated the house to the Historical Society in 1891 with the provision that we keep the place properly maintained and send meals up to her room in the kitchen dumbwaiter. She's actually never come out of her room since then, although she still communicates via telephone or the house intercom sometimes. Cool. So, you don't know anything about gun law. That is a shame. Well, let's see what else I can do. Hmm. Nothing down here left, right? Just the spiders and all the other stuff. Is there anything back here I missed? No. Shoot on up. Still don't know the way through the maze. That doesn't help. Alright. Huh. Alright. This is no help. Looks like we got a mutterer. A mutterer? A ghost that mutters. Right, I figured. But is that more dangerous than a regular ghost or something? Oh no, I just like classifying them. Aha. That doesn't help. I don't have anything on gun law, right? I don't think I do. Oh, is this a weapon? Hmm. Alright. Is there some place where I can find things about gun law? Oh, determined not to have gone through all this nonsense for nothing, you carefully search the empty safe. Eventually there's a click and the back of the safe swings open, revealing a secret passage. I guess that explains the stepladder. Finally. Here's that silly secret passage you found. Go through it. Sewing kit. Sew it. Aha, yeah, good one. I'm glad you think so. Homophonous nature of so and so certainly is ripe for puns, yes. Is that so? Yes, very good, very funny. Listen, are you going to loot this container or what? Why so serious? Well, you're kind of driving the joke into the ground now, and it's getting really tiresome. Not really tiresome, only so-so. Just, come on, this has totally stopped being funny. Is that so? Yes, yes it is. Are you just messing with me? Do you just not want what's in this? I do want it, I just want it so bad. Look, Festus, you're starting to get on my nerves now, so what? So what is that? Is that there's an item in here that you need for progression, and at this point I'm sorely tempted to not give it to. So don't give it to me then. Oh god, just take it, okay? Take it and get the hell out of this script. Thank you so much. Please just leave. Alright, this armoire is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Go through it. Chat. Hold on. There's some candy on the nightstand. 9 out of 10 dentists would be appalled. Take it. Government drops. Turn up. Hey, crazy man. Hello there. Are you here to laugh at me? Huh? No, not at all. I wouldn't do that. No, of course you wouldn't. Nobody ever laughs. I never made a single person laugh in my entire career. That's a left turn I wasn't expecting. What was your career? I used to design gags and novelties, but I was terrible at my job. I couldn't come up with a single novel idea. This conversation seems oddly familiar. See, even my very presence is unoriginal. You're just being too hard on yourself. I bet you invented all kinds of good stuff. My best invention was fake vomit. It looks just like fake vomit, but surprise, it's real. Haha. That was the one that got me fired. What other novelties did you invent? You must have had one good one. Well, I invented a can of mixed nuts that has a spring in it, so when you open it, the nuts spray out everywhere. That's kind of funny. Nobody would ever open the can because of how it said deadly venomous snakes on the label. Anything else? You know those flowers you wear in your lapel and it sprays water in someone's face when they smell it? You invented that? That's a classic. No, I tried to combine it with a chewing gum made out of hot peppers. You invented a boutonniere that maces people? Uh-huh. Okay, never mind. Talk to him. How did you die? If you don't mind me asking. I was working on a new invention, an exploding cigar. I thought that would be pretty good. You light a cigar and it's fine for a second, but suddenly it goes off with a big bang and you jump in surprised and everyone laughs because you nearly had a heart attack. Funny, right? Sure. Had a snag in development though. What happened? Well, I figured I'd use gunpowder for the explosive, and you can buy it already packed into these brass cartridges, so that seemed convenient. Do you mean bullets? My first test run was a real mess, I can tell you that. I can imagine. So anyway, now I'm a failure and I'm dead. Maybe I can help you out. What do you mean? Well, your initial idea was pretty funny, I guess. It's just your execution was that was the problem. My execution was the problem. Huh, you're a laugh riot. Maybe you could help me after all. I'll see if I can figure something out for you. It's a box of science stuff. Crap. Doohickeys. Where's this go? Got another box of doohickeys. What do you know, Flo? She raised an eyebrow and blah 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 blah. Found some science junk. Ooh, I love science junk. Thanks. Don't mention it. Holy cow, a counterclockwise phase inversion coil. I've been looking all over for one of these. Florence attaches one of the science doohickeys you gave her to her weird gun. New skill science blast. Nice. So I need an eye. I need a way to make a new gag thing. Hold on, let me go back to. I gotta make things difficult. Yep. Oh, I got a button to the 3rd floor. That's what I got. You give the elevator operator the button you found, and she sticks it into the empty buttonhole on the elevator's control panel. Hey, thanks a ton. You sure are helpful, Festus. Well, howdy, Festus. Which floor? Go to the 3rd floor. What a picture. You always hated these things. Oh. Looks so calm. So, hey. This door is locked and no earthly force can open it. Well, maybe a whole team of horses, but good luck getting them up the elevator. Knock. Knock, knock. Yes, who is it? Mrs. Gunn, I'm Festus Thompson. Are you with the Ghost Extermination people? Yes, ma'am. Florence Cunningham, Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services. Festus is my assistant. I'm your what? Who's the county licensed ghost hunter here? Me or you? Okay, fine. I guess. Have you been able to exterminate all of the ghosts? I still feel haunted. 13 of them left according to the scanner. We're still working on it, ma'am. Don't worry, you can count on us. All right, please let me know when you finish. Will do, ma'am. Formidable tusks. Did my game break, or is the room just pitch black? Okay, my game just broke. We're good, we're good. The smell of it, Mr. Gunn mostly burned garbage in this thing. The humidifier full of cheap cigars. Grab one. Grab another one. Grab. You've got plenty of them at this point. Okay. Howdy. This guy doesn't notice you approaching until you're right next to him. He yelps in surprise and drops his glass on the floor, then squints unsteadily at you. Then he takes a maraschino cherry from a bowl on the bar cart and throws it at your head. Hey, stop that. Haha, sorry, just making sure you're not one of them ghosts. He drops another cherry into a fresh glass and pours a lot of whiskey on top of it. Are you one of the museum employees? Mm-hmm, yep, that's me. What are you doing in here? Buddy, I don't know if maybe you didn't notice, but this house has got ghosts in it. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunches of them, all over. So I don't know about you, but I'm gonna stay right here, where it's nice and safe. Wouldn't you rather get out of here? No, the booze. Look, this is booze. I'm really scared when ghosts go boo, you know? They'll get me if I leave this room. Alright, and he goes between this room and the exit. So you say, said. That's what you said, but they're ghosts. They could be anywhere except in here. Exactly. I ain't leaving without a guarantee that these ghosts won't grab me out of the way. We could disguise you. Yeah. Look, we'll use this white shower curtain to disguise you as a ghost. Then they won't bother you on your way out. That's a mighty fine idea, but he tosses back his drink and pours another. But eye holes. That curtain's got no holes for my eyes. I won't be able to see. Heh. Starting to think you don't actually want to leave. No, what give you that idea? It's terrible in here. There's some holes in the curtain. You narrow your eyes at him and blast some holes in the curtain with your pistol. Okay, geez, I get the picture. He grabs an armload of bottles from the cart, pulls the shower curtain over his head, and staggers to the door. Good. The museum employee has drunk a lot of this cart's contents, but there's a few bottles here. Grab one. Manly's finest cotton candy snaps. What the fuck? Press it. Nothing happens. Okay. What's in here? And in here? Well, let's go to this one first. This bone stuff is extremely broken. It's not supposed to be flying around, around even a little bit. The jump on them. Blast them. Good job. Victory. Ashes to ashes, pins to pins. Bowling shirt, name tag. Dan! It says Dan, but that's okay because you're wearing it ironically. Hooray! Oh. Fuck. Poltergeist. Bowling ball hat. Hooray. Oh good, the XR85 was complete trash. Enomat XR86. I get anything else from him? Bowling ball chunk deals damage equal to your muscle. Wow, that's pretty good, actually. Alright. It's sickening, killing a helpless sofa and stuffing its carcass as a grisly trophy. Wow, you hope you never meet a live duck this big. One of the moose's eyes is loose. Pop it out. You got an item. Glass eye. Pop. Now it's really got its eye on you. Ha ha. This is just the head of a teddy bear. They didn't even remove the tag. So many polyesters die just to decorate rooms like this. These antlers are made out of papier-mâché, apparently by somebody who had never seen antlers before. A whole rack of bowling trophies. If they were billiards trophies, there would be an easy pun to make. There's a goblin head mounted like a trophy on the wall. This would be positively barbaric if not for the fact that the goblin seems pretty okay with it. Boo! Ha ha ha. Pretty good I am to getting you. Huh, human? Wow, yes, very much to getting me. Nice. What did happening to you? Did Mr. Gunn hunting you and to cutting head off? No, Mr. Gunn, a good human man, is being very friends. Inside one of his bowling ball bags, my sport growing. Only headroom. Mr. Gunn to finding me and hanging me up here to chatting with. Great guy. Wow, weird. You can tell this is fake because it isn't floating around the room setting stuff on fire. This is just a photograph of a fish. Mr. Gunn was apparently really liberal with his definition of trophy. This ghost is dressed up as a traditional safari hunter with the pith helmet and big white mustache and those weird khaki trousers that make it look like your butt has wings. He's inspecting Mr. Gunn's trophy collection but doesn't seem particularly impressed. Hi, I'm Festus Thompson. Oh, charmed, I'm sure. Lord Euston Camdenton at your service. What happened to you, if you don't mind? my asking. Not at all, not at all. Though it isn't a very exciting story, what? I was hunting lions on the plains of the Serengeti, and one of the blighters got the better of me. Wow, you were eaten by a lion? That sounds pretty exciting to me. Yes, well, not eaten as much. Sneaky bugger crept into camp and pushed a stack of ammunition crates over on me. Oh, maybe I can help you? Help me do what? Well, help you with whatever's keeping you as a ghost. Though not that I say it, I guess there... Now that I say it, I guess there isn't much I can do to help you get revenge on that lion. Oh, no, it isn't revenge that's keeping me here. Good for that lion, I say. Turnabout is fair play and all that, eh, what? Though I do wish you'd done it in a manner that made for a better story. So, why are you a ghost, then? It's because of my one true regret. I never faced the most dangerous game. I am definitely not going to help you hunt people. What? No. The most dangerous board game. Nobody was ever willing to play against me. Bally shame, eh, what? What's the game? He leads you over to a small table on which is laid out a board of alternating red and black squares with little wooden discs painted red and black as well. Checkers? The checkers jump and scatter as the ghost stabs two large hunting knives into the center of the board. Knife checkers. What are the rules? You know how to play checkers? Yes. Do you know how to stab someone in the hand with a knife? Yes. That's all you need to know, really. Alright, I'll play. Oh, boy! You yank one of the knives out of the board, and Lord Euston instructs you to hold it left-handed. The rules are, you may only attack your opponent's hands, and only when they are over the board. Displaced checkers are played from where they land, but attacking the board directly is a foul, which awards the opponent a stab-free turn. It appears to be primarily a game of concentration, quick movements, and feinting. Play aggressively! You start out the game by attacking quickly and fiercely to establish dominance to keep your opponent from developing his pieces. This strategy is somewhat effective, but Lord Euston doesn't scare easily, and he manages to feint a few pieces past your guard. You enter the mid-game more or less evenly matched. Play intelligently. In the mid-game, you focus more on the checkers than on your knife work, maneuvering into position for some big gains in the long term. You suffer a few minor ticks and cuts, but are well positioned for the endgame. Play craftily. Lord Euston spots a hole in your defenses. He feints left, then quickly slides one of his pieces in the gap and into your trap. This moves his hand into just the position you need to attack it with a hard downward stab. Easy yanks his hand out of the way, and your knife hits one of your pieces on its edge, flipping it across the board to land neatly in his back rank. Ping me. I say, it's a foul. It's to attack the board. Sure, but I wasn't, was I? I attacked your hand and you dodged, that's all. You sneaky blighter! Play continues, but with a king behind Lord Eustace's lines, you clean up fairly quickly. Alright, lad, I concede. Marvelous play, what? Well done! He gives you a smart salute and fades away into nothingness. Whew! He's gone! We got rid of one of ghosts. One of them. I love billiards. Hold on. It's a rack of billiard cues. Grab one. Wily billiards cube. -1 moxie. The thing about people who buy billiards tables is that they are almost never the kind of people who will properly maintain their cues. This cue does not provide evidence to the contrary. Just a spittoon. It isn't much of interest because you don't have a long-standing, extremely unhealthy relationship with spittoons. Yet. Yes, I do! What are you talking about? It's about the biggest and dumbest poster you've ever seen. There's a trap door in the ceiling over here. Too bad you aren't like 11 feet tall. Hey there, how's it going? I ain't interested in chit-chat, fella. Just billiards. Step up or shut up. Challenge him to a game. You pull out your cue, and the ghost dodges and racks the balls. Yeah, utterly trounces you. You just can't seem to make the balls go where you intended. That was the saddest showing as I've ever seen. Let me see that cue. Yeah, that's your problem. This thing's about as straight as a banker's handshake. What? You're gonna need to lathe this back to true if you want a chance against me. Lathe? That's downstairs. Is there anything else I'm missing up here? Nope. Downstairs. Check everything else up here. This is the music room. Yeah, musty decaying pile of old music books. Face them. Almost all of the books are dry rotted and moth-eaten and fall apart at a touch. You do find a copy of Dueling Banjos in original shape, though. This is a book of sheet music for the classic song Dueling Banjos. There's a library call number written on the spine. Yep. This is some sheet music on the piano. Grab it. Blank sheet music. This is either blank sheet music or some kind of weird notebook paper with every 6th line missing. Play dueling banjos. I can't play dueling banjos by myself. I don't have enough arms. Florence? Sorry, I only play the bagpipe. Not very well. It's a bagpipe. How do you know? How about you, Pete? If me banjo dome. Anyways, that ain't a banjo, it's a piano. Tain't right. You guys are no fun. Yep. What we got? This is a bassoon, and you know what they say? It makes an ass out of an N, and what? Boo! Ah! Alright. This woman doesn't seem to be interested in anything other than cranking that hurdy-gurdy. Disconnect the crank. You definitely disconnect the crank from the hurdy-gurdy without alerting the woman's attention, but it turns out you needn't have bothered. You just turn the crank blank-eyed even with nothing attached. You grab the end of the crank and pull her very slowly to the gift shop where you find a Victrola to plug her into. Problem solved? Seems just as happy here as she was before. Must be nice to have her calling. Hiya. Gonna go all the way back in. Second floor. Got that eye for you, miss. Hello again, dear. Where were you able to find my new eye? Yes, kind of. How kind. Thank you very much. Takes the glass eye from you and puts it in, whereupon it falls through her and onto the floor. She tusks as she picks it up. Oh dear, it's a little too physical. Yeah, I wasn't certain that this would work. Don't worry, this is easily fixed. Do you have a hammer I can borrow? A hammer? Yes. That'll do nicely, thank you. Takes the hammer, places the glass eye on her desk, and smashes it with a price crack. Ah, perfect. She gives you back the hammer and plucks the ghost of the glass eye from the shattered fragments. After blowing the dust off of it, she tucks it into her eye socket. That fits much better. Does it work? Well, now that you mention it, no, I can't actually see with it. It is the ghost of a glass eye after all. Oh dear, this won't do it all. What a shame. You know, I don't really understand why your eye is still missing. What do you mean? Well, I always assume that when someone loses an arm or something, it just sticks around as an arm ghost. That's why people say they feel it itching sometimes, because you've still got an arm there, but it's a ghost. It's even called phantom limb syndrome. So logically, if the rest of you becomes a ghost after that, it would hook right back up. But then where did my eye go? Maybe it got pushed back inside your head? The ghost thinks about this for a second, then shakes her head. No, that seems... Wait. What? I do think I feel something just then. She shakes her head again. My goodness gracious. Keep going. It's like one of those puzzles where you try to get the marble in the hole. She bends her head forward and continues shaking it. You can almost hear a faint rattling sound and then a plop. She straightens back up, blinking with 2 eyes. You did it! Well, I'll be. Thank you so much, dear. I never would have thought of that. No problem. Have a nice time in heaven or wherever. The ghost gives you a friendly wave and fades out of sight. Well, that's that then. Hooray! Don't have everything for him yet. Alright, what else do we have? Oh, yeah. I have a book, so see if that gets me anywhere. Yes! You find the shelf where dueling banjos belongs and you put it back. The previous book on the shelf is entitled Duel Law, which seems to be about the legal issues surrounding dueling. Never know when that might come in handy. Duel Law. Duly noted. Let me read that. This thick legal tome explains all the laws about dueling with things other than banjos. Read it. You learn about all the laws pertaining to dueling. It turns out when 2 guys want to murder each other in a fair and reasonable manner, things get legally tricky. 5. Pistol attack. You are reasonably well informed about the specific subset of gun law pertaining to duels and duel-adjacent activities. Then you put the book back on its shelf. Cool. Now we're going to talk to the ghost about gun law in the gallery. Hey, you. What? Deny. What? No. I read about gun law. Oh, it was gun dueling, wasn't it? Oh, wait. What? Fuck. That was it, wasn't it? Well, okay. This sunflower is enchanted to not need natural light, so now it's an odd flower. Well, let's go to the kids' room, I guess. Do not trust this horse one bit. Oh, this music is creepy. Full of baby supplies you don't understand, like burping diapers and swaddling pads. Looks like this is where the creepy music is coming from. Transcribe it. Spooky lullaby sheet music. You write down all the spooky notes. You've transcribed the spooky lullaby onto the sheet music, or rather something used your hands to perform that operation, since you don't actually know how to read music. This teddy bear has been comprehensively and enthusiastically disemboweled. Oh, hey. This stuffing would be perfect for making a silencer. Sorry, Teddy, this is for the greater good. Composition of this bad. Yeah. The toy box. Who knows what horrors it contains? Let's find out. Stuffed gun. Huh. Less macabre than you were expecting. So wooden blocks of letters. Play with them. Ah! There's more of a 3.5 poster bed. Well, this little girl ghost is serving imaginary tea to her guests. The doll, while terrifying, is largely indifferent. The museum employee, on the other hand, is playing along with a rictus grin on his face. The little girl wears an annoyed and disappointed frown. Hello there, my name's Festus. Can I join your tea party? If you want, I guess, but it's a terrible tea party. Oh, what's wrong? You aren't having any fun? All I have is dumb made-up tea. I want a proper tea party like Mama took me to. Tell me more about that party. We went to a real tea room. It was so pretty. There were vases with flowers in them, and everyone was all dressed up in suits and pretty dresses. There were white china teacups for the tea, real tea, not imaginary. Well, that sounds very nice. It was so nice, and everyone was so polite and charming and elegant. Well, until the fight started anyway. Uh-oh, there was a fight? Well, two of the gentlemen there got into an argument. I don't know what it was about, but I guess one said something the other one didn't like, and he was so insulted he threw his tea right in the first man's face. And then they took out guns and started shooting at each other right there in the tea room. Whoa. They were still really elegant, though. They had little silver and ivory pistols, and they kept their pinkies out the whole time. Anyway, I don't remember the rest very well, except one of them missed the other and shot me by mistake. I'm so sorry. Thanks, but it's alright. Heaven's supposed to be really nice, so I guess I don't mind so much. But I didn't get to finish my tea party, so I want to have another one before I go. Except I don't have any tea. Make-believe tea isn't any fun anymore. Okay, I'll see if I can find some actual tea for you. I have a tea thing, right? Here. Why not have... Oh, this guy has a smile frozen on his face and his eyes dart around in panic as he pretends to sip tea. One eye twitches as he tries to whisper to you out of the corner of his mouth. What's that? A drop of sweat rolls down his brow and he stares at the little ghost who doesn't seem to have noticed. I'm not getting it. Can you speak up? His hands were shaking. If he were holding an actual teacup, but it probably wouldn't have shattered by now. He hisses. It probably would have shattered by now. He hisses at you through clenched teeth. Sorry, I can't understand you. Bye. It's a blank chalkboard. Write something. Ah! This is a much nicer vanity than that of the average frontier teen. Guess yourself up. Use the various powders and creams and pomades to make yourself slightly more presentable. It's a Daniel Boone poster. One corner's loose. See what's behind it. Ah! This armoire is full of schoolgirl skirts and other clothes that would not fit you even if you think they might suit you. This looks like someone forgot a book under the bed. Take a look. The title is Fun Law Rules for 71 Parlor Games and Assorted Amusements for Children. Fun Law Rules for Parlor Games. What is this devil's music? Turn it off. You yank the needle away from the cylinder and hide the ink. Grab it. Someone has been slacking on their geometry homework. Tisk tisk. Do it for them. Mysticality. You decide to just Take the book with you and do the assignment later. Geometry textbook. If you wanted to learn how to play P-Knuckle, Sass the Bandit, Polly's Maiden Aunt, or Sit Quietly, then this is the book for you. You flip through the book, unsurprisingly, it's mostly about ways bored children can stay out of their parents' hair for just 5 minutes. 5 damn minutes. It also has a little tag on the spine indicating it came from the mansion library. Okay then. I can return that. Rufus would probably understand this, but you sure as hell don't. Here's just send Rufus geometry homework. It's a doll mine. How adorable. Just like at all the little miners and mine carts and mine shafts and bowls of mine strom. But what's this? It's a tiny stick of dynamite. There's a tiny stick of dynamite stuck in there. A little borehole. This toy is interactable. Yeah. Oh, let's give... Oh, she's not here. Huh? Go back. In the music room. Talk to this guy. It's the ghost conductor of an orchestra. This is the ghost of an orchestra conductor, unless it's the ghost of someone pretending to be an orchestra conductor. Either he's very agitated about something, or he's conducting Flight of the Bumblebee. Try talking to him. Sorry to interrupt, but I can't actually hear the music. What are you conducting? It's the finale of the year 1812, Solemn Overture by Tchaikovsky. Oh, the 1812 Overture. Sure, that would have been my second guess. Or is your orchestra like double ghosts or something? What? Oh, I see. No, there is no orchestra. I merely have this piece of music irrevocably lodged in my head, and it's been nagging at me incessantly ever since my death. Ask him about his death. This is just a guess, but did you die during a performance of the 1812 Overture? That is correct. Yes, very astute of you. And the final of that piece features real actual cannons, right? Is that how you died? If it was my fate to be slain by a piece of music, cannons would have been far preferable to my utter farcical demise. What happened? The overture requires several cannons because it is impossible to load a single cannon quickly enough to fire as the score demands. However, the stage we were performing on could not have borne the weight. What did you do? I was not informed of the difficulty until it was far too late to make any changes. It transpired that the stage manager decided it would be sufficient to give a box of bullets to the tuba player. You were shot by a tuba? I was shot, as you say, by a tuba. Wow, no wonder you ended up as a ghost. Oh, it isn't the ridiculousness of my death that troubles me, really. Accidents happen, as with any of the performing arts. A colleague of mine was decapitated by an errant cymbal during a performance of Paganini's Violin Concerto No. 1. Such are the risks we take for our art. Gosh. The problem is that the 1812 Overture's finale is a very dramatic and energetic piece. With this music constantly replaying itself in my head, I have been utterly unable to find any peace. I'll see if I can think of a way to help. By doing this! Play the lullaby. Well, now, that was nice. Soothing. Now the ghost gone. Oh, hey, I have stuff for you. Doctor, how's tricks play? There more precisely, there were 4 left on the first floor, 3 on the left. 3 left on the second, and 3 on the third. Found something for you. Science junk. Oh, I love sciencey junk. Thanks. Don't mention it. What's this thing? Oh, well, whatever it is, I'm sure it's safe. Florence attached some of the science doohies you gave her to her weird backpack. Medical gas. Nice. Right. What do we have in here? We have... yes, we have to fix our... It's first floor. Let's go to... First floor. Where's all the sciencey stuff at? Is that in the cellar? Yes. Workbench with advice on examine it. It's not here. Where is it? There was... Oh, it's in the... Yes. Gotta go outside. In here. Where I can straighten my pool cue. This. It's a lathe. Hey, maybe you can make that billiards cue less wobbly. Give it a shot. +3 moxie. You lathe, rinse, and repeat until the cue is fixed. Bounce billiards cue. Now I gotta go back upstairs. And is that the 3rd floor? I don't remember. Play billiards with him. Alright. That's not it. There we go. Hey there, how's it going? I ain't interested in chit-chat, feller. Just billiards, step up or shut up. Challenge him to a game. You pull out your cue and the ghost nods, you crack. You rack the ball as he proceeds to crush you. Something feels wrong, like your cue isn't connecting with the ball properly. The ghost shakes his head at you. You're totally new to this, ain't you? You gotta chalk your cue. Chalk? Can I borrow yours? Mine's ghost chalk, wouldn't work. Dang it. Where the flip-flappity flop flip am I supposed to get chalk? What the Chalk. Where do I get chalk? I have chalk in my... I don't think I did. Well, I'm done with the music room. Kids room I'm not done with because I gotta get a tea somehow. Go to the 2nd floor. Oh yes, library. Find the shelf where Fun Law belongs and put it back. The next book on the shelf is entitled Gun Law, which might be even more entertaining. Basics of Gun Law. This book is an overview of the laws regarding guns, which even at this point in history already don't make any sense. Well, definitely give it a shot. This is a shot. Bam! Learn basically everything there is to know about gun law. Now you can be the prosecuting attorney and defense counsel in addition to judge, jury, and executioner. You know enough about gun laws to know that they who have the guns make the laws. 5 pistol attack damage. After that, you put the book back on its shelf. Time to dispense some justice. Alright, listen here, Ghost. I know everything there is to know about gun law. And I will prove it to you right now. In fact, I think you'll find I'm quite conversant in the finer points of our justice system, particularly as it pertains to guns and gun-related activity. Horseradish, you're all trousers and no briefs. Oh yeah, well just try me, smart lady. Fine, obviously you aren't going to leave me alone, so just ask your questions. I'm Festus Thompson, speaking for the record. State your name, occupation, and cause of death. Felicity Wainwright, defense attorney, lost a court-approved trial by combat. What? Trial by combat has been outlawed for like 15 years. You do understand that ghosts don't visually age as time passes, right? Oh, right. So your client called for trial by combat, which means you and the prosecutor had to face off in a duel. That's correct, and you lost. He squints at you. Are you acting dumb to try and throw me off guard? I withdraw the question. Why are you stuck as a ghost? Because although my trial by combat was already well out of fashion at the time, it was still a valid legal recourse. I should have been prepared for the possibility, but I wasn't. My lack of training resulted in an innocent man being executed for murder. Oof, how was he executed? Hanging, I assume. Obviously, I wasn't around to see it. So, to release you, I'd need to prove that the loss wasn't your fault. The trial duel was completely fair and above board. There was no chance of there having been foul play on the prosecutor's part. My loss was my own. Then, I'd have to prove your client was actually guilty, and therefore your feelings of responsibility are misplaced. The look she gives you is hard and cold. Look, you think you know a thing or two about the law. How about you tell me the first rule of being a defense attorney? Don't make fun of the judge's beard. You have no trust and belief in your client. If you don't believe your client is innocent, you'll never convince anyone else he is either. So if I want to convince you he was guilty, you'll have an uphill battle. You'll have an uphill fight, fella. You're essentially playing prosecutor here. Alright, tell me about the case. My defendant was Matthew Guilty McCready, accused of the murder of Victor Vic Timsbury at noon on June 18th, 1878 in Reno. I have some more questions. Go ahead. Your client was actually named guilty? Come on. Names don't mean anything. I once had a client named the Illidigai, and he was totally innocent. For someone's actual legal name, sure, but nicknames are usually given with some sort of basis. You've never met a really tall guy called Tiny or a fat guy called Slim. Arguably, the nickname Guilty would reinforce my client's innocence. That's totally absurd, but I'll let it rest for now. Let me ask something else. What was the cause of death? Timsbury was shot through the heart with a .45 caliber revolver. And did McCready own such a gun? Yes, he was holding it at the time, and subsequent examination showed that it had been recently fired. Are you messing with me? Any further questions? Yes, I do have some questions. Yeah. This was at noon precisely? Yes, that was confirmed by witnesses. Also, McCready owned a fancy pocket watch that chimed on the hours. There were witnesses, about half a dozen of them. I'm pretty sure there's something you aren't telling me. I'm not obligated to play my hand face up, Mr. Prosecutor. Okay then, go ahead. Hang on a second. Shot with a pistol in front of a witness at exactly noon. Was this a duel? You can add 2 plus 2 after all. Well done. Well, as luck would have it, I've recently just read a whole book about duel law. What? Why? No reason. I just happened to across it in the library and thought might be interesting. You read an entire code of law you found at random just for the heck of it? Yep. Let me just do a quick review. A duel is legal provided it's between exactly 2 people at a specific prearranged time and place using the same or at least essentially similar weapons, and they have to either face each other down and with quick draw at the appointed moment, or to the 10 paces and turn and fire routine. Is that right? Yes, that's the gist of it. So I guess let's start with you telling me the facts of the case, and I'll interrupt you rudely if I have any questions. Alright, but if you push me on trivial nonsense, I'll get mad and you'll have to start over. That seems fair. Go ahead. McCready and Timsbury got into an argument in a saloon on the evening of June 17th. Apparently, Timsbury accused McCready of cheating at poker. Go on. The bartender yelled at them to take it outside, but since it was dark out, they agreed to meet for a duel the next day. And that would be the 18th, you said? Yes, June 18th, 1878. Okay, go on. Well, the next day, they both showed up shortly before noon and squared off about 30 feet from each other. When noon struck, McCready fired. Fast enough that Timsbury didn't get his shot off. On account of having his head shot off, that's pretty much the long and short of it. I'm gonna have to ask some more details on that. Go ahead. What weapons, you said there were witnesses? About half a dozen, yeah. Yes, and about half a dozen watching from across the street or peeking through half-open shutters. Were they interviewed? Yes, and their stories line up with what I just told you. Were any of them known associates of McCready? I'm not aware of any of them being actual friends with McCready, but he was a local and a lot of people knew him. She gives you a suspicious look. Wait a minute. Just, where are you going with? Objection! Oh, come on. Any of those people could have interceded on McCready's behalf. What? And done what exactly? Well, they could have shot Timsfield with a more accurate weapon, like a rifle, or... And they'd have been 2 gunshots instead of just 1. Or are you suggesting they shot him with a poison blowgun dart? Well, was he tested for poison? Get out. Shows you at a gallery in Slime Store. Rats. Hold on, I got it. I got it this time. I got it! Let's go. Let me just do a quick review. Alright. Evening of June 17th. What weapons were they using? McCready, a .45 caliber single-action army revolver. Timsbury had an older model, .36 caliber cap and ball navy revolver, which he loaded with paper cartridges instead of packing the gunpowder by hand. Objection. Those are significantly different weapons. Are you kidding me? They're both pistols. A modern cartridge revolver versus an antique cap and ball loader? Ridiculous. That antique was in production until 1873 and was considered one of the most reliable and popular 6-shooters in the territories. Furthermore, the restriction against differing weapons in a duel is about pistols versus rifles, or the proverbial knife in a gunfight, or as a more recent example, a nitwit trying to argue the law against a professional attorney. Jeez, that was a bit harsh. Hold on. I'll get it. I am a professional. Let's go. I have some questions. Shoot. What was the name of the saloon? The Two-Headed Horse. Weird. Did they have one? No, I think the proprietor was going for a sort of double entendre, but doesn't really work. Huh. No, it really doesn't. Two-headed spider, maybe? But anyway, do you have any other questions, or can we get on with this? I have another question. Shoot. Tell me more about the argument. hold on. My headset is dying. Alright. There isn't much to tell. The other players in the game had already folded their hands in that round, so they weren't paying very close attention. All we know is that Timsbury suddenly accused McCready of being a dirty, cheating varmint, and McCready said Timsbury was just sore because he had been losing all night. Did McCready have a history of cheating? He'd been accused of it once or twice before, but Reno's a gambling town, and he hung out in the rough part of town. Getting accused of cheating by a sore loser when you're on a lucky streak is a par for the course. What happened next? The bartender yelled at them to take it outside. I have a question. What? Why didn't they just fight right then? Because it was dark. You can't have a gunfight in the dark. No, I get that, but they couldn't have just had a regular old fist fight. They were mad enough to shoot each other to death, but not to punch each other. Well, without getting too psychoanalytical, these guys were gunfighters. I mean, they counted that as a significant part of their identity. Fighting without guns was not just outside their wheelhouse. They considered it a waste of their time and talents, like asking a fancy French chef to make you a grilled cheese sandwich. Let me ask something else. What? Then they set a specific time for the duel? Yes, high noon. Figures. Why is it always high noon? Tradition, I suppose. And since the sun is at its highest in the sky, everything's brightly lit and there aren't many shadows, and that's good for gunfighting. Makes sense. Plus, you can go have your duel on your lunch break. What happened next? You fired exactly at noon? Yes, as soon as the church bell started ringing. You'll also mention McCready's pocket watch. Yes, he had a fancy pocket watch that chimed on the hour. Is that important for some reason? Objection, McCready was cheating. McCready had been accused of cheating in the past, and this time he was. What are you even talking about? All he had to do was set his watch a few seconds early. That doesn't make any sense. He didn't shoot early. He shot when the church bells rang. That's verified by witness testimony. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he used the watch to warn him when the church bells were about to ring. A 5-second get ready alert would have given him a huge advantage in reaction time. Ha! What do you say to that, counselor? I'll give you that one. That's not bad. There's just two problems with that argument. Oh, what? Firstly, you're just guessing. You have no evidence. Oh, well. Secondly, even if McCready was using that trick, which he may have well been, it was pretty clever. It wouldn't be illegal. What? There's nothing in dual law prohibiting the use of minor strategy like that. As long as McCready didn't fire before the appointed time, it's all about board. Nice try, Mr. Prosecutor, but I think you'd better go think about this case a bit before trying. All right. What day of the week was it? Monday, June 17th, 1876. Well, that makes sense. Everyone's always a bit grumpy on Monday. They should make the weekend Sunday and Monday instead. Then you could spend Monday relaxing instead of having to go to work. But then, whatever. Do you have any other questions? I want to ask them. If McCready had a history of cheating, it would be irrelevant because the reason for the duel is immaterial to the legality of the duel itself. Motive isn't an issue here. But remember how I warned you about taking me off with stupid aggressions? This is an excellent example. Objection, this is extremely relevant. This is extremely relevant. If McCready was a habitual cheater, it's likely he would have cheated in the duel as well. Somehow you're going to prove to me that McCready was a habitual poker cheater 17 years after the fact. How exactly do you intend to accomplish that, Mr. Prosecutor? Even if you did somehow pull that off, it would be circumstantial evidence at best. You'd have to prove he cheated in the duel itself, in front of witnesses. What form do you imagine this cheating took practice? Mirrors? What down here? God damn. So McCready fired as soon as the church bell struck noon. Yes, that is what I just said. Have you got a point to make, or are you just stalling for time? Objection! Ah, what the heck? McCready fired at the wrong time. What are you talking about? He fired exactly at noon, which the church bells. With the church bells, there were witnesses. That's right, he fired at clock noon, but the duel was set for high noon. They aren't the same thing. High noon is just when the sun is at its highest point in the sky, depending on geography and the time of year. It can be hours different from clock noon. McCready fired early, and that makes the duel illegal. So, what do you say to that, counselor? The city gives you a slow smile. I've got to hand it to you, Prosecutor Thompson. You're a lot better at this than I was giving you credit for. That's a good thought you had there. There's just one problem with it. Oh, what's that? I already thought it. Take that. Here holds a small book at you, which you just barely managed to catch. 1878 Nautical Almanac. Ah, what is this? I did my homework when I was preparing for that trial, my legal homework. Since that time, I expected there to be an actual trial, not a gunfight. What you're holding there is a nautical almanac for the year 1878. There are bookmarks if you'd like to do the math yourself, but if you look up the solar noon, aka high noon, the June the 18th, and make the adjustment for Reno's longitude, what do you think you get? You've got to be kidding me. That's right, Mr. Prosecutor, 12 o'clock p.m. precisely. No! Well, damn, nice try. I mean this sincerely. That's all my ammo. I can't think of any other way to disprove McCready's innocence. As far as I can see, it was a fair deal. Yes, and that's me with the guilt of an innocent man's death on my hand. An innocent man's death. You're going to repeat things people say. What if you didn't die? Say what? Well, you didn't actually see the execution, right? Yes, well, I was indisposed, you might say, being dead and all. You don't actually know whether or not it happened. Oh, come on. Look, I appreciate the effort, but you're barking at the moon. At the moon. Let me ask you something. Alright, go ahead. Was the trial right after the duel, the 19th? Huh, no, I don't know what Reno's like now, but it didn't have a proper courthouse then, and you can't try a murder charge in the sheriff's front parlor. McCready sat in jail for a couple of weeks, and then they transported him to Frisco. With one thing and another, the trial didn't start until July 25th. Geez, so much for the right to a speedy trial. The wheels grind slow. I have another question. Alright, go ahead. Can you tell me about McCready? He was a gunfighter through and through, and by that I mean he was an adrenaline addict, and dueling was his needle of choice. Well, hell, if you told me you had evidence that he cheated at poker with specific intent of baiting people and challenging him to duels, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. He was a sly one. Her expression softens and she dies. I make him sound like a real devil. That's not fair. He was smart and charming and could have been a good man if he'd chosen an entirely different life for himself. Anything else? Well, I recall he had a good head for numbers. He told me that he never forgot a date, and every man ever killed he'd remember to pour a beer on their grave on their birthday. Well, that's nice. Nicer birthday present would have been on not having him killed in the first place. Of course. Yep. Another question. Alright, go ahead. Why did he invoke trial by combat? Assuming he was innocent, why would McCready invoke trial by combat? His case was pretty straightforward. A duel only worsened his odds. I was mighty surprised, let me tell you. The only thing I can figure is it was his damn fool sense of gunfighter's pride or something like that was the only form of justice he was willing to submit himself to. Another question. All right, go ahead. When was the execution? Well, he held the trial by combat on the 26th, and that was a Friday. They want to execute prisoners on the weekend, so presumably it wouldn't have been the following Monday, the 29th in the morning. Well, with setting up the gals and letting a crowd gather. They usually happen in the afternoon around 3. Typically, I have a question. All right, go ahead. I'll be back. I'll do some more research. Thank you. I feel like I have to leave this place and go to the graveyard. All right. I'm going to end it there. So, thanks for watching. I will be streaming later next week. Monday, 8 p.m. I'm going to be continuing Code Vein with Nugget Dude. And all the other stuff will be the same. What was it? Oblivion is going to be replaced by another game, so a new game next week for that, but same time in the morning. Check me out on my socials. You can follow me over on YouTube.